Test Theme 7. Animal Antics.
Wildlife TV programs give viewers a rare chance to come eye to eye with our planet's incredible wildlife. And no wildlife filmmaker shoots more unique footage than Ben Watson, who has just completed his latest TV series, Wild Planet. Great to finally meet you, Ben.
Likewise, Zoe.
I just watched a sneak preview of Wild Planet. It's spectacular. I think there's a good chance that this will be the hit show of the season. It's nature like you've never seen it before.
That's great to hear. It's been a long process. It took us 4 years to produce the series.
4 years?
That's right. We first spent a year researching our wildlife stories. The more you know about a habitat or the behaviour of a particular species, the easier it becomes to understand what you see in the wild. Then the crew and I spent 2.5 years filming. We travelled to 29 countries across 6 continents. We ended up recording 1,800 hours of footage that we have just spent the last 6 months editing.
But you certainly captured some jaw-dropping footage for Wild Planet. Some of my favourite moments included penguins flying through the air and polar bears hunting. What kind of techniques do you use to achieve your shots?
Some wildlife action is so fast it's difficult to see with the naked eye. That's when we use high-speed filming.
How does that work?
Well, we shoot with high-speed cameras and then play the footage back in normal time. This technique was perfect for shooting a chameleon snatching a fly with its tongue. Other times, the action is so slow that events can go unnoticed. That's when we use time-lapse photography. We take photographs over a long period of time and then edit the photos into a moving sequence. We use this technique to film moving sand dunes. 1 photograph every day for 20 months left us with just 14 seconds of film.
That's not a lot. Do you have some tips and tricks for would-be wildlife filmmakers?
One useful tip is to watch The Lion King.
Really? My favourite film is The Lion King. I love it.
It's a great film. And even though it's animated, it's a brilliant way to see the different kinds of shots that wildlife filmmakers use.
I see. So, what are some of the challenges of filming wildlife?
I think the biggest challenge is that you are working with a cast that doesn't read a script. Animals do what they want to do, when they want to do it.
Then how do you get the perfect wildlife shot?
There's a lot of waiting involved. Getting the perfect shot can take days, weeks or even months. To get our footage of the snow leopard jumping on the back of a goat, our cameraman had to sit and wait on a mountain for a month.
So, besides patience, what other qualities and skills do you think people need to have to work in wildlife filmmaking?
I have a degree in zoology, which is useful but by no means necessary. Most importantly, I think you need to love wildlife.
What's the best part of being a wildlife filmmaker?
A common misconception is that it's a glamorous job. It's definitely not. We film in some very remote locations, which means I'm usually covered in mud and mosquito bites, and it's not rare to go a week or 2 without a shower. But I do get to travel all around the world and capture spectacular wildlife action that I can share with the viewers at home.
Indeed. When is Wild Planet on TV?
The series starts tomorrow at 8 p.m.
Make sure not to miss Wild Planet. Thanks, Ben.